welcome to This Knitty Life. My name is Rachel. I am coming to you from Leeds, West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband, my 2 children and my 2 dogs, 2 hamsters, 4 fish. Our animal ratio has increased substantially of late. So yes, thank you very much for joining me today. I am doing a non-episode today. I'm a little behind schedule because it was half term. So today I am going to do the runner-up garments. So I released an episode a couple of weeks ago about my most knitted garment, which was the Love Note sweater, which is a Tin Can Knits one, and lots of people interacted with that and said that they'd made one or they'd planned to make one. So what I decided to do was do the runners-up. I haven't, funnily enough, brought the one I've made the most of, the second most of, but the other ones all have a fair few. It's on my phone, I've not wrote it down, but generally they have like, I think 5 and 6. So the Love Note I had 10, and then I just finished another Love Note, and that was making 11. To circle back, you can find me on the internet as this_knitty_life, and I am Reward on Ravelry. I do keep my projects pretty much up to date on there, so you can see what I'm up to. But feel free to follow me on Instagram. Pretty active on there. Generally quite like stories on there, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's where you can find me if you want to. So yes, as I mentioned before, we have had half term here in Leeds, and we went away for a few days to lovely Lincoln, where me and my husband met at university. We took the kids this time. So not the hugest amount of knitting has been achieved, but this is a non-kind of episode, so I will save that for the next one. So what I'm going to talk to you today is the garments which I've basically knit several times. So I think I've explained before, I'm a creature of comfort, definitely. I really do like to knit the same pattern several times because then I know the pattern, I know how it works. I do kind of struggle quite a lot with instructions, so some patterns do kind of just absolutely baffle me. So once I've kind of got my head around one, then I don't kind of want to let it go. So like I said, I've done 11 Love Notes. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is this one. Try and sit up a little bit. So this is the Radiate. So this is by Hoodie. This was the first one I ever did. My finished object pictures of this one are on the beach when I went with some of my lovely knitting friends, one of them being my bestie Carly. So I love those pictures, they came out really well. So this is like a slip stitch technique. It looks like brioche, but it's not. So it is a bit more concentrated than generally what I would normally do. But this is a DK garment. This blue is Black Elephant. Look how well it's worn. I've had this for pre-COVID anyway. Yeah, the blue is Black Elephant, and it's absolutely looking amazing. I can't quite remember what this yellow is actually, but yeah, this was the first one I made. Really enjoyed this one. I wear this one quite a lot. It is actually, it's awkward, a bit longer in the body for me. Normally I would probably do it like here now these days, but it is a little bit longer in the body. I think probably when I knit it, I still used to wear jeans. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I have actually bought some new jeans, which is quite exciting. Some big flary ones from Marks and Spencer's. Side note. So yeah, this is Hoodie. Pattern is really well written. What I should have done is kind of gone through the sizing. Let me just bring it up on my iPad 1 second, if I can. I was going to podcast tomorrow, and then I decided to do it today, and maybe I'm not quite as organised as I should have been, but never mind. Radiate. So I've made 4 of these garments. This is the first one, and I did this in 2018, and look how good it looks. That's nuts. And this is I knit the second size of this one. Just pull up the pattern. So yeah, this is the Hoodie one. So it's in like a pink and grey. Super nice, super duper nice. It starts at 30.5 inch bust and goes up to 58 3/4. Supposedly knit on a 4mm needle. Don't know that I did that or not. But these are yeah, some of the pictures that I was talking about. I love these ones. Yeah, so this 2018. There was 2. That's crazy. Anyway, yes. So this was my first one. Which one was my next one? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all these done in the amount of time that I've got, you know. Second one was... I've just got a huge pile down here. You can clearly see it. Next one was this one. So this is like a magenta. So this is in Princess Rockstar. And that is a rainbow heirloom. And this top one is, I think, Dusty Dimples. Sort of very lightly speckled. So again, just all slip stitch all the way along there. I'm hoping that's coming to focus. Yeah, but again, longer body than normal. This is a long sleeved one. I find these ones really wearable. Like I've got, as you know, a lot of busy dresses and a lot of busy trousers really. So it's really nice to have like the detail here and then a plain body. But thoroughly recommend this one. It's really, really nice. So that was number 2. I'm just seeing which one came next. I think I've got them all. And then came my Christmas one. So this one, it was Christmas. Oh, it was a tricky Christmas, this one, if I recall, was it? No, I don't think it was, but you know. This is my Christmas one. So this one is actually in commercial. The body is commercial and the top is a very lightly speckled Christmassy colour. I might have to put the name on who it was because I can't quite remember. The name's popped out of my head on who it was, but it was a Christmassy speckle. So yeah, again, I've done long sleeves, so it's a bit rubbed up. So this, I just pulled this out of my Christmas collection, but this is a really nice one. Should probably fold them up as I go. Like I've still not put everything properly away. Yeah, I do. It is back to school today, so I have been at work today. And the kids are obviously at school, and my alarm goes off pretty soon, and then it'll stop the recording. But I'm not going to get it all in that time, so we'll see. See how we get on. Right, and my latest one, which I knit last year, and this is my pink one. Oh, look at this! I love it. This one is in Spectrum Fibres. So I think that was one of her club colourways, the bluey colour, and then the pink is Spectrum. You can just see how gorgeous it is. This one looks quite wide and short. I think I'm not quite sure what the sleeves are actually different. You'll note here that there's a blue fleck in the body to start off with, and then it changes to stop. And I think it's botanical yarns that I did at the end and for the sleeves. Can't block my face. Yeah, but this one, scrummy. So that is the Radiate, and that is by Hoodie Locatelli. I know my friend Naomi from Apocalyptic Knitter has just finished one, but it's yeah, it's super wearable, and yeah, really pleased with that one. Sorry, my notebook's right in front of me. I'm having hair. I found my hair clips, having not found them for ages. I had my hair cut like 2 weeks ago, and it's already like undercut. I feel like it's too long. It needs to be properly short again. But I can't keep on going to the hairdressers every 2 weeks. Right, next one is... I'm trying to do them in order that I made them, as in this was the first version of this. Right, so this one has a story. It doesn't... This one is Soldotna. Okay? So this is a Caitlin Hunter pattern. And, oh, see, look, not organised. And this came out just before Yorkshire Yarn Fest. No, lying. Edinburgh Yarn Fest. Come on. Soldotna. Oh, spell it right properly. Sol dot. Come on. Anyway, this came out like just before we go. just before Yorkshire Yarn Fest. Yeah, I've got quite a few on here. And I knit it in 5 days. And when I went to Yorkshire Yarn Fest, so this was 2019, everyone thought I had test knit it because they're the only people who had it, the testy people. So this is that one. Yeah, so I did it in a small size. Yeah, I did this literally in 5 days. I used Old Maiden Ant, who don't die anymore, King Fibre and Rainbow Heirlooms. So this one is pretty much as pattern. So in terms of mods, what I've done going forward on the other ones is I don't really like the way Caitlin Hunter, dare I say, does her short row shaping. So I think I've altered it because this one is really quite deep at the back. And it left it like a little bit baggy at the back. All the other ones I think I've done a slight variance on, but super duper cropped. Really fun. I have knit quite a few of these, but I don't have them all. I did knit one for my friend Beth of Beehive Yarns. That was gorgeous. I knit one for my mum. Yeah, so that was the first one I did. So that was 2019. So that was the last Edinburgh, wasn't it? That was the last one. Oh, I do have my Halloween one. I've not got my Halloween one. Then I knit this Moody one. So you might be able to see I've slightly changed the short row situation. I think I just didn't do as many. Or I didn't do them as wide. So this one is dreamy. I think a lot of this yarn is Black Elephant. So really quite easy. So if you're thinking of doing any kind of colour work, it was no problem at all. I think there was no more than 2 colours at any one time. Not a big long stitch gap at all. I think maybe this bit was the longest, but I can't actually remember. But yeah, I love this. I don't actually tend to wear them a lot because it is kind of feels a bit backwards that you're doing colour work to keep warm with short sleeves. But as I found with my Christmas jumper, this stitch where it's like one stitch in one colour is a pain, frankly, in sleeves. Should anyone need to see the other side? This is the inside of it all. Pretty darn neat, actually. Yep, so I knit that one. I think this is the last one I have with me, but I can show you my other ones. This is a Halloweeny one. Look how cute this is. Can't actually remember what colours are. That looks like Castleview yarns. Soldotna. Soldotna. So they say this was a Caitlin Hunter one. Yep. A Halloween one. I think this might be in 2020. Yeah, 2020 this one was done. It's 4mm needle, and I think it's the smallest size I did. So that went well. So just in terms of my other ones that I did. You really came to watch me go on an iPad, didn't you? Sorry. Squish this down. Every time I click on it and then when I go back out of it, it takes me out. This was one I did as a sample for Beth of Beehive. Maybe I'll insert some pictures. Depends how this actually looks when I can see it. Oh, but that's lovely. I also knit her a throw over as well. Which you see a lot. So that was, when was that? 2019, that one. Oh, I started on Martha's birthday and it took a week, this one, that one. That's not this one. It's very similar. It's very similar. Well, no, it's not. Kind of is, kind of isn't. Yeah, that one. And then, I said I knit my mum one. Oh, keeps on taking me out of it. The one I did for my mum, I don't know. Right, so that's my cut off my school alarm. You need to be in bed, Wilma. But this is the one I did for my mum. I was just saying that I don't know if it's contrasty enough. I very much like a contrast. I probably should have done it a little bit longer for my mum because she always wears jeans and tops tucked in. Always, no, she wears jeans. But I probably should have done it a little bit longer. But she wears it a lot, actually. She does really like it. She does wear it quite a lot. So what have I got? I've only got one more I can do. I can squeeze that in. The alarm's just gone off for the kids. They come out in 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure I can not ramble on for that long. Right. So the next one is one I've talked about many, many times, and it's the Hoodie shawl cardigan, and that is by Suzanne Summers. So this is the original. So this technically is supposed to, as it says in the pattern, have a hood on it. It doesn't have a hood on it, but the reason it's called Hoodie shawl is you start up here and then you work down. So the beginning very much looks like a shawl. I've talked about this in extensive detail about you do the short rows here, and that I've modified it. So this is a 4-ply garment. So I chose to use Rainbow Heirloom at the top here. This is one of my favourite mini sets that I've had. And I did this so many times. If you look on my Ravelry page for this one, I did this so many times as to what colour to add here. And I did a King Fibre one, and it like pulled and it did all sorts. Didn't like it. That's in single. This one's in singles. Just if you think you can't use singles for garments, I think it holds up pretty well, to be honest, considering. So this is my oldest one. It's got a really deep hem on it. None of my others have this, nor do they have the I-cord around the edge. So because I didn't put the hood on, I just kind of winged it and picked up along the rib and then added the I-cord edging on there. But yeah, that one was my first one. And then I knit a second one. I can see the pictures in my head on Ravelry. I'll insert some pictures, but basically I lost it for ages and ages and ages. Couldn't find it. I thought I'd left it. We went somewhere for lunch for my husband's birthday way back when, and I thought I'd left it there. But it turns out it had fallen behind the sofa, and basically like it had got eaten by God knows what, and it just wasn't salvageable. It was a really light, they were light blue ones and kind of like icy colours. But it was missing for ages, like a good year or so, because who goes behind the sofa? Although Theo is always behind the sofa because it's like a dip in the wall here, so he's always down here, but like that bit. Yeah, so, and then I had a little bit of a resurgence of them last summer, and then I made loads last summer. So this one, which is in some of my favourite yarn, so you've probably seen if you've seen the podcast, this is Jade Palace, the green, and the blue is a Bird Street UK. India, or something like that. Yeah, so this one's really nice. I wear this one a lot. It's got long sleeves. This one, it's just really wearable. This is, again, I've said this before, but this is the only cardigan that actually stays on my shoulders. I've done several cardigans, and this is one of the only ones that stays on my shoulders. I did do another one, it was called Crop Pop, which did, and then I did it again and then it didn't. So I did it in this colour. 1, 2, there's Wilma. You need to be in bed, Wilma, because I got to go to school. And then this one is one of the most recent ones. My finished object pictures for this one were in Lincoln when I went there last July for Rob's 40th. This is in bow tie, and this is a die candy. I did it all in one colour, which isn't normally something I would do. Can you just light that up? My lights aren't even facing me. Well done, Rachel. But it's gorgeous. So I did it all in one colour. So you can tell I obviously like it. And then I gave this one a go. So I then tried it in DK. So that's 1, 2, 3. So this is 4. I tried it in a DK just to see what would happen. And it's worked out really well. This is all in Spectrum Fibre. Utterly, utterly dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. The light's changed, hasn't it? Sorry. I'm nearly done. But this is in Spectrum Fibre. I did it in DK. I can't really give much guidance. I absolutely just hodgepodged the numbers and winged it to see what worked. Continuously trying it on with another one, kept on putting it on all the time. Short sleeves, so kind of just like a little bit of a cover up really for summer. So a decent length actually, because like when you do this V bit and you do the short row shaping, it does actually take it quite, I don't want to say low down, but like here you can see the short row shape in there. But yeah, this is a gorgeous one from Spectrum Fibre. And then I tried to do one in just stocking stitch. So that one was in garter. So this one's just in stocking stitch. Again, I knit this one when I was in Lincoln, actually. This one's come out. It's worked, but and I feel like I've reinforced this neckline as well, and it's still not quite right. So this is in Fear of the Dark, and this is a Castle View Yarns pattern. Again, this is Suzanne Summers, who is normally known for her brioche, but this is one of her older patterns. So I did this all in just stocking stitch, which again is quite a different, it's very different from the pattern. I just changed completely how the pattern looks and the weight of the yarn. So yes, so this one, I feel like it's come out a bit big, or a bit, it feels a bit sloppy. Is that a terrible knitting word? Like this bit, I don't know if because like I lost a bit of weight and my body shape definitely changes when I put weight on. It tends to, a lot of it goes on my shoulders. Like when I look back at old videos and stuff, like it seems to be in my shoulders, so my garments do tend to fit a bit differently. But I did only do it last year, but I don't know if I kind of maybe had the mentality in my head that I was bigger than I was. So, but I don't know. I don't know if that makes any vague sense. But yeah, that's that one as well. So some other ones I have definitely done a lot of is the Lento, but I do feel like I've shown those quite a lot. I can maybe try and do a bit of them all, but I did like a bobbly one, a black bobbly one, a disco-y bobbly one, I did a pinky bobbly one, I did a purple bobbly one. I'm working on one now, which I mentioned in my last podcast, which is an Aran. So Lento has definitely been a popular one as well, and it's just ultimately for the fact it's just a simple raglan. It's a really easy raglan. There's my new earrings. It's just a simple raglan, so I've done that one a lot as well. And the other one I've done a lot of is the Throver, which is an Andrew Mowry one. I do very much plan on doing more of them. I've got one saved to my favourites on my phone. I'll maybe put it up somewhere. I think it's green. It's really nice. I might do a mohair one. I'm quite tempted by a mohair one. But I've got several of those as well. I think that one actually maybe won. I think that one actually, like I said, I didn't bring the most popular one. Because I've just kind of grabbed everything in an adult kind of manner, not to be late for the kids. So yeah, so I think that's all I'm going to show you for today. As I mentioned in my last podcast, and if you follow me on Instagram, I have now dropped down work-wise to a 4-day working week, which is delightful. Literally left like, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not in tomorrow. Why aren't you here tomorrow? I was like, I don't work Tuesday, remember? And she said, oh yes. So it was jolly nice to finish today at 1 o'clock. And now this saves me recording a podcast tomorrow, but I guess going forward, whether I'll then do a Monday or Tuesday, because generally I was doing Fridays, but I think lots of people release on a Friday, and I don't know if that then is a good thing or a bad thing, or like, do you have any preference as to when they come out? Like, mine just build up, and then I'm like, oh, so-and-so's dropped a video, and I'll get round to it when I get round to it, and it's not, there's no ones that are really like, oh, it's so-and-so day, they definitely do it on this day. So it just kind of depends. I know Franny Do definitely does it on a Tuesday. I don't want to take her Tuesday, but that's the day I'm going to be having off. So yeah, if anyone's got a particular preference, if you want to leave in the comments below if you have knit any of these, or if you would like to knit any of these. The Radiate is a firm favourite, but obviously I really enjoy all of these patterns, can really recommend them all. Hopefully I've left all the details where you need them. Any questions, please just drop me a comment underneath. I'm pretty good at answering the flash up here, there and everywhere. Yeah, so I do really appreciate any kind of engagement and interaction to let me know if you have made them. If you want to think of any fun combos for this, like it would be super cool in like a black with like a neon orange, or like a neon pink, like that would be cool, wouldn't it? And I saw one where it was like creamy coloured with a black at the top. I would worry about how that would bleed. But yeah, if you've got any questions about any of these garments, again, if you've made any yourself, let me know what colour ones you made. But yeah, that's pretty much all we've got for today. I didn't even mention the date. It's the 24th of February, should anyone need to know that. But yeah, I've got to go and run off up the hill and go and pick the kiddos up. And then tomorrow I should be nearly finished a garment. And I started a new garment, which people rather liked on Instagram the other day. So I'm going to be working on that too. I can't do that one while I'm reading, and I'm just reading a particularly nice book at the minute. So we'll see what my day off tomorrow brings. I do need to do my nails. Apologies for the lack of pretty nails. But, you know, you can't win them all. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you've got some yarny goodness to play with, and you're looking after yourself and others where possible. And I hope this has been a little bit of light relief in your life from the chaos of life. Take care, and I will catch you when I see you.